Well, this video just got really expensive. Good morning, everybody. Silas here, out at the farm once again, and it is a windy one out there. Right now we're having 50 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts, so I think the regular wind is like 30, 35, something like that. It's pretty crazy out there, especially since it's coming out of the south, and as you can see, that direction is south, and there are no trees, no wind block, no nothing, so that wind is just ripping and roaring across that field. So I don't know that I'll be able to say much to you guys, because obviously it's going to be a whole lot of wind noise on the camera, but hopefully they'll be here with a dumpster soon that I can start packing iron in. I think I have somebody coming to pick up some of this farm equipment today, maybe. We'll see if they show up. And bunches of other stuff, so just stay tuned and let's get busy. lights going on. That's wild. A whole bunch of fire trucks just went by a minute ago. And we are back out at the farm. It's actually been about 5 or 6 days since I've been out here. I've been super busy in town hauling cars. I went to an auction. I did a bunch of other stuff, bunch of crazy stuff going on. But anyway, I figured I better get out here, and I want to try to come out here at least once a day. And that way I can get this done. If I don't come out here once a day, it's like now, it's been 5 days since I've been here. Or maybe 6, I can't remember. And so it's really easy to get into the habit of not going out to these cleanups. Now, I don't have time with me doing everything right now. I can't just do this. Like you've seen me at previous farm cleanups where that's all I do. This one here I knew was going to be a whole lot of a little bit here, a little bit there. But I'm never going to get it done if I don't just get out here at least once a day and do something. This is actually the second dumpster. The first dumpster, if you didn't watch that video, I forget what all was in there. A bunch of pipe and just random junk. It weighed a little over 9,000 pounds. I'm supposed to put 12,000 pounds of dumpsters, what they would really like for me to be sending to them. So that one there was actually about 3,000 pounds light. They'll go ahead and buy dumpsters like that, but they're going to dock me on price. So I won't get as much money out of that first dumpster that went in as hopefully the second dumpster. Problem is I went to dump a bunch of stuff in there and it fell sideways and got bound up. I tried to do too much at once instead of putting in there a few pieces at a time. So this one here, I'm going to try to take my time, and there's a bunch of little stuff laying around. So I think what I'm going to do is go switch to the bucket, and that way I can drive around and gather up all that little stuff. There's also a few lightweight tin hog feeders out here, so I think I'll grab those and I'll pack those full of iron and then dump them in there. I would really like to make this one weigh the 12,000 pounds that they want. That way they don't get upset. There's a lot of stuff out here that I'm probably going to have to go ahead and haul home. Stuff like that square baler right there, that's just so bulky. That's almost a dumpster by itself, and that's probably only about 2, maybe 2.5 tons. So not nearly enough weight. And then out there, it's kind of hard to see, but there's that big hay wagon. That's going to have to go home. There's just a handful of other stuff sitting around out here I'm going to have to bring, but I'm going to bring my trailer out for that stuff. I guess I should say that. I'll bring out my big 36-foot trailer, and that way I can haul a bunch of that stuff home at once. But that's enough talking. Let's go switch to the bucket, or maybe I can gather it up with the forks. I don't know. Whatever I'm going to do, let's gather up some junk, throw it in the dumpster. this load's a little bit wide, so I took the dirt roads. But now we're at the end of the dirt roads, and so I've got to hop on blacktop to drive it on into town. And of course the air condition quit working on this truck, so it's 80 degrees. I got the windows rolled down. Man, I haven't worked out here for a week and a half now. I've got junk everywhere that I need to crush. There's cars everywhere out here, forklifts. I crushed a couple of those. My videos are out of order though, so when you guys are watching this video, it's probably been like a month or more since I crushed those, but it's actually only been like a week and a half. But yeah, I've got junk running out my ears. I've got a big area cleared back there though, so that's where I'm gonna take that baler, take it and stick it back there for now. Just been so busy with this farm cleanup and then working out at my place and a bunch of other jobs going on, and so it's just been busy. But I think next week I'm gonna come out here and ship a few loads of cars out. Prices are okay. They went up a little bit. They're still not where I'd like them to be, but I think they're good enough to where we can ship a few loads in, make a little bit of room. Because like you can see, I had this whole area cleared out, and now it's pretty well packed full again. Got that set back there. I'm going to go back out to that farm later this afternoon, I think. Anyway, that's the plan, to get one more piece and to meet a guy on something else. But I have to go pick up a vehicle now, and then I have to go pick up a truck bed trailer. So let's go get that done. Oh, and by the way, I got me some new boots finally. I went back to Red Wings. It's been a long time since I've had a pair of Red Wings. Oh man, I tell you what, that drives me up a wall. I just talked to that person 20 minutes ago, and I said, I'll call you in about 20 minutes. I got something on, I gotta unload real quick. And they said, no problem, I'll be here. So I call him back exactly 20 minutes, exactly when I said I was gonna call him. No answer, and this voicemail is not set up to receive messages. That's the third time today that has happened, where somebody has called, I said I'll call you right back when I'm able, and then they don't answer the phone. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to go on to the next person, and I'm going to be busy getting their car, and then this person's going to call back. I'm going to be like, well, now I can't come get your car. You're going to have to wait longer. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but I can't just sit here and twiddle my thumbs. All right, it looks like we are headed to get a black Tahoe is what's next on the list. This was definitely a fun one. He forgot the keys, and so there's no keys. Couldn't get it neutral. The wheels were turned sideways. I finally had to wedge pry bars in the front wheels to get them to lock up so I could drag it on, kind of, and it was on the very edge of the bed. I knew it was going to be fun. I didn't realize it was going to be that fun though. But where there's a will, there's a way. We got it loaded. On to the next one. One of my best friends when I was a teenager lived in that house right there. Spent many hours there. This is what I just picked up. Probably a late 50s, looks like a late 50s Chevy short bed truck bed trailer. Pretty rusty, but it'll make good art for somebody. I wish it was still the original blue color, but a guy can either cut it there and make a bench out of the end of it, or a lot of guys take these and turn them up on their end. Put the tailgate somewhere else and then make a bookshelf out of them. I've seen people make beds out of these. Endless possibilities. Plus it has the original rear end under it still, so that'll sell. He said he got a $160 ticket last time he pulled it because the lights weren't working, and he parked it behind his house and decided it was time to get rid of it. He said he paid $75 for it when he bought it years ago, wanted $75 back out of it, so that's what I gave him for it. But now I am headed back out to the farm. Hopefully the guy buys that plow. If not, it was a wasted trip, but that's the name of the game sometimes. I'm gonna see if I can pack a little bit more junk in this box. That guy was out here and he decided he didn't want that piece of farm equipment, so I don't want to waste my 30 minutes out here and 30 minutes back. So I'm gonna pack some more iron in this box, try to get him a little bit more weight, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna load on the truck to take home for the night. Trying. Just doesn't want to quite smash down in there on this one end. But I think that's good enough. I mean, it can stick up a little bit above the box. Yeah, that'll be all right. I'll see if I can get one more in there. Oh yeah, fits like a glove. A glove that's 2 sizes too small, but you know what? You make it work. I think there's a little bit more room over here on this side if I have something long and flat or skinny or something, maybe some pipe or I don't know. I'll see if I can find something real quick. Well, this is not what I just said. It's not long, flat, or skinny. It's just an old freezer. But I got to thinking, you know, there's an empty spot up in that front corner. And this doesn't weigh much, but that dumpster's pretty heavy. So this is the perfect opportunity to get rid of something light and bulky like this. A little bit too long, but we can make it fit. And there we go. Double-decker sandwich. I'll take this home, take it back out to the yard, and we'll crush it later. The reason why I don't put this stuff in the box is because, yeah, this stuff is heavy. There's probably 4,000 pounds here or so. But if I put this in that box, that's going to take up over half of the box. And so by the time I put, you know, there's another small plow over there, and I think there's another, oh, I forget what it is, another piece of equipment. I put all that in there, I'm going to have about maybe 6,000, 6,500 pounds in that box, and that's just not nearly enough. So it's just as easy to take this bulky stuff like this. I can put these on the truck, take them home, crush them in cars, ship them in later. It's a little bit more legwork, but when you're making an extra, you know, 40 bucks a ton, if there's 2 tons here, that's 80 bucks to drive it home. It takes about $15, well, I did the math, it takes about $12 in fuel to come out here and go back. So make an extra 80 bucks for 12 bucks, and I have to go by the yard anyway, and I had to come out here anyway, so time wise it's not like I'm investing that much extra time. Plus I enjoy crushing this type of stuff. It's just kind of neat to see how it crushes into a car. We almost brought the crusher out here. If there would have been a few more junk cars, or if there would have been some more bulky tin stuff, we probably would have brought the crusher out here. But the problem is the only bulky stuff that's out here that we're crushing is there's 3 grain buildings over there, and then I think there's a handful of other somewhat bulky stuff, but I'd have to crush the farm equipment on top of that, because the farm equipment by itself, if you put it in the crusher, is just going to splatter and make a mess. So you have to crush it into something soft, and so there just wasn't quite enough soft stuff to justify crushing. Plus it would cost us about $500 to bring the crusher out here and take it back home. So it was borderline. It was really borderline, but we're already started now, so now it's too late anyway. Also, I already know someone's going to ask, why didn't you bring your big trailer out here like you've talked about before? Because I could get quite a bit of that stuff on the big trailer. And the reason why is because I was already in the rollback hauling cars. And so by the time I went home, got my truck, went out and got the big trailer and did all that, I mean, you're looking at 45 minutes to an hour there just for that. And then tomorrow morning, I've got to be back in that truck. So I'd have to go unload my truck tonight, take it back home, do all that, and it would have added a lot more time, and I don't know, it wasn't going to work out right. Sometimes I found that it's actually quicker and easier and much less stressful just to haul smaller loads and not worry about hauling great big loads. And good morning, we are out here. I decided, you know what, I'm not going to go to the farm today. I'm just going to come out here, crush that farm equipment that we already hauled in, crush a bunch of cars. I know I don't know what order these videos are going to come out. I try to release a mixture, but I may not have posted a crushing video for a little while by the time you see this one. I was up till 1:30 last night editing, and then after that I had to pack some stuff, so I didn't get to sleep till about 2:30 in the morning. So I'm a little bit on the tired side. Had to get back up around 6 or 6:30, but I've got my Red Bull, so I'm good to go. I've cut way back on the energy drinks. I have about one every 2 weeks or so now. And so when I do drink one of these, it does still work and give me the energy that they advertise. If I drink this thing, I will get some wings and I'll be able to get some work done. Well, this video just got really expensive. As you can see right there, my GoPro and the mount that I put it on, everything is completely toast. This is what no sleep does for you. Left it laying on the tire of the loader, took off driving, and ran right over the top of it. It wasn't laying where I thought I had it laying, and I went to turn it on with my phone that I'm recording with now, and it wouldn't turn on. I said, oh no, I left it on the tire, didn't I? Came over here, and sure enough, I did. It's 100% toast. Luckily, this is the one good part of this, is that the SD card was still good, and I was able to get it out. But the battery, I can't even get the battery out of it. It's pinched in there so hard. I'm a GoPro subscriber, so I can replace this for $100, but I will be without a GoPro now for, last time I broke my GoPro, I actually just dropped it and it broke. But it's probably gonna, how long did it take? I think it was like 3 weeks before they got me another one. Maybe it was 2 weeks or something like that. So I guess I'm recording back on the phone for a while. I've got another phone and a microphone and stuff like that, so I guess I'll just bust all that out and start recording with that again. But I'm not gonna be here to run the crusher again for probably a little while at least, so I'm just gonna have to record on this the rest of the day. If you can even see me, see, this is the problem with this phone here, is I don't have a microphone on it and it's not very good in the sunlight. But oh well, what am I gonna do? Complain about it? Life goes on. Let's get some work done. There we go. I am done crushing for the day. I got that Suburban loaded up on the rollback over there. I have a guy coming to pick that up tomorrow. I actually have quite a few people coming tomorrow to pick vehicles up, but that's going to be in a separate video. And there's all the farm equipment. Well, the baler is in that bundle there. You can see it pretty well disappeared between those two cars. I thought that bundle actually looks pretty good, and that's a fairly heavy bundle. And those two pallet jacks for this one here, that's a very heavy bundle. And then the bottom one obviously has those two plows in it. I guess that green thing's a cultivator is what that is. Pretty sure that's what it is anyway. It might have been worth some money. I don't know. I was getting burned out on trying to sell that stuff out there. But anyway, that's all that crushed there. I think next week we're going to ship some loads out. I think I got what? 1, 2, almost 3 loads. If I crush one more bundle, I'll have 3 loads sitting right here. And then I've got like 30 loads stacked up back. Speaking of junk going in, they unloaded that iron box today, or they hauled it in, I guess is the way of saying it. I worded that weird. But it was almost 14,000 pounds, almost 7 tons. So I made it past the 6-ton threshold. So that was pretty cool. I was glad that I was able to get some weight in that dumpster. I probably won't make it back out there until, I'm guessing, Tuesday. I think a guy is coming to buy those grain buildings that are out there. He's supposed to be there Tuesday as long as everything works out. So that might be interesting. So that'll be a video. And then tomorrow I'm going to film a video at a place. And then Saturday is an auction I'm going to film a video at. So I better figure out something for a camera, and I better figure it out fast. I actually already ordered a new camera. I'm going to switch from GoPro to DJI, but that's not going to do me any good for the next few videos that I record. This is one of the ones that I have to clean out. This came from the auction I went to out west. There's a bunch of good stuff in here. I don't even know what all's in here. I'm not going to clean it all out, but I'm going to take some of the better stuff out at least. I think this is like a late 40s Mercury grill, I think. Just set it over there for now. Like I said, I just want to grab the bulk of the better stuff. I think I gave $900 for this wagon, or $850 or something like that. And then I'm selling the wagon for, what does he give me for this? Now I can't remember what I told him. I think he's giving me $1,800 for it, so I'm making almost $1,000 on it. Now, I do have a lot of time invested in it. It's a long drive out there and back. And then also, obviously, I need to make more on some of the cars to make up for the other ones that I don't make much on. But still, I don't have to be super picky. I just don't want to leave behind, you know, $1,000 worth of stuff inside the car. There we go. Got a few things. Got a 5-blade fan. I'm not sure what that goes to, but I need to make sure before I get rid of it. Then a 3-blade fan. It's bent, but it's kind of neat for arts and crafts. Got a brake booster. Sometimes those are worth pretty good money, sometimes they aren't. A couple bumper guards. Looks like an overdrive actuator. Some headlight rings. A broken instrument cluster for parts. Then I got this third member. I'm not entirely sure what it is. At first, I thought it was an 8 3/4, but it's got 3 ribs on it instead of 2, and so it's throwing me off. I don't see any numbers on it. That may just be scrap iron. I don't know. And then over here, there's one more headlight ring in the back of this if I can get to it. And then I've got over here an old radio and just a handful of miscellaneous stuff. So not a lot. There really wasn't much in there, and if I would have ran out of time and didn't get anything out of it, it wouldn't have broke my heart. So that's good enough. I'm going to set it out front, have it ready to go for tomorrow, and then I got 2 more I got to dig out. This is for an early 60s 390, or FE engine in general, but specifically these were on Thunderbird 390s. I'm sure they interchange with quite a few other makes and models and years if you wanted to. About $100 piece, so that was worth pulling out. It's kind of funny, I was trying to figure out exactly what this goes to, and the Google Lens kept saying that this is a catalytic converter. So it wouldn't let me figure that one out. We'll worry about it later. My phone is just about dead. There we go. I got most everything ready for tomorrow. Didn't get it quite all done, but I got enough of it done to where I can finish it. I've got some stuff going on in the morning, then I'll be back out here in the afternoon. I'm looking forward to getting back out to the farm cleanup. I talked to the company on hauling some crushed cars earlier, a little bit ago, I guess it was, and they said that they have a major project going on next week, and they don't know if they'll have time to haul any cars. So if they can't haul cars, that means next week I'll probably spend all week working on the farm cleanup. Grab some sold stuff. Well, actually just one item. This spotlight here is a Unity spotlight, but it's off of an early 60s GM. I told several people I would take $75 for the spotlight as is with this broken spot right here. Didn't really realize what it was at the time. Everybody said that was way too much money, so I did a little bit of research, and I sold this on eBay last night for $600. If it was in a little bit better condition, it probably would have been worth about $1,000, but somebody should have bought that for the $75 and resold it. But stay tuned for the next adventure. There's a lot of stuff going on over the next week. Don't forget to check out the second channel, More Adventures Made from Scratch. There's a lot going on that channel as well. As always, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Remember to get out there, find yourself an adventure. We'll see you on the next one.